sailors, welcome back to Cruising as Crew. It is currently 1:53 in the morning and I just wanted to talk about being really up and down when working on ships, because I don't really know if it's something I've touched on before, but it's definitely something that I've been experiencing while I'm on here, while I'm on Valiant. And I just want to be completely transparent with you guys. I never want people to think that I'm selling them the dream, because that happens so much in this industry. So I always want to be completely 100 with you guys. Yes, this is an amazing lifestyle, amazing opportunity. However, as I've said in other videos, there are, like any job, there are downsides, there are pros and cons. So anyway, I have been on board for about 2.5 weeks now, and I got out of quarantine, thanks for watching the vlogs, and I got straight to work. I think, as you saw in the last video, we had that massive delivery, and then we had to set up the shops because we were talking about the fact that we were going to have sailors the next day. That doesn't normally happen. Well, I can't say normally, but on Scarlet that wasn't how it was. I got on board Scarlet and we had 3 months, oh no, not 3 months, we had 6 weeks before we had sailors on board. So we had 6 weeks to get the shops ready, to do all of the trainings, to do everything. Whereas I've come on Valiant and I came out of quarantine and it's okay, sailors are coming on board, drill inspection, everything's going on, which is fine, but it's been very hectic. It's been a lot to process and wrap my head around in a very short space of time. We've already had sailors on, we've already done a few cruises, and they were fine. They went really smoothly. Just, I think, like I said in my last video, it went great. And that's the other thing. So I've been feeling quite low and quite high, a bit bipolar-y, and I've been trying to pinpoint why, because I'm well, I don't think it's the job, because I was doing pretty much the same job on Scarlet and I was happy as Larry. I was with the same people who I love, so that's not it. There was no shore leave on Scarlet for 3 months, and there's no shore leave on here, so that's not it. So I've been really trying to pinpoint it, and I think the thing is, on Scarlet, although there was no shore leave, there was still a lot of crew activities on board. So crew bar was still open. We could have drinks by the pool. Because obviously there were no passengers on board, there was no sailors on board, so crew members had the roam of the entire ship. We could go and have drinks outside at the dock, which is at the back of the ship, and they were doing crew bingo and just a lot of crew things. So you would finish your day at work, which honestly wasn't difficult because everything was done very leisurely, because we had 6 weeks to do everything. So you'd finish your day at work and then you could go and get to know all of these new people that you were on board with. Whereas on here, because of, the restrictions are or have been quite tight. So there is no crew bar, there are no crew activities. Of course we don't have free reign of the whole ship because there are already passengers on board. Really the only thing you can do is go to work, go to the mess, and then go back to your cabin. And you're not allowed to have your friends in your cabin because they're trying to stop any kind of cabin parties or something, again to minimize the spread. Now I completely understand these rules, I get why they're in place, I get that they're important, I get it, I know, and so does everyone on here, all the crew members. But that doesn't mean it's not difficult. Over this time, while I've been at work and while I've been, with all of my team and my friends, and we've been working and having banter and chatting and, you know, catching up after our vacations. It's been good. It's been fine. But then when there's nothing else to do, it just gives you a lot of time to overthink, overanalyze everything. Think about every life decision you've ever made. And I think something else that's different for me now is a lot of stuff is happening at home. You know, good stuff, you know, friends are getting married and having babies, and I'm very aware that I'm not there for it. And in moments where you're stuck in your cabin because you're not allowed to socialise, it does make you think, why am I missing my friend's birthday party, my friend's wedding, my friend's baby growing up, when, like, for this? So it just makes you, I guess, put a negative spin on it. And I pride myself on being a very positive person, and I'm always able to put a positive spin on things normally. However, not socialising at all it's just having these very, very tight restrictions has been difficult to get my head around, especially when I'm aware that in England everything has gone. It's like normal life now, you know. And on here we were still having to wear these masks. They're like K95 masks or something, and they're honestly like wearing a mattress over your face, a duvet over your face. So that's just a little thing, right? Just a little thing. But there's a lot of little things that make a big thing. So like wearing masks, no socialising, no lingering in the mess. So, you know, you go to the mess to eat. It's not like you can eat and then sit and have a coffee and have a chat. Like no one in your cabin, no shore leave. There's just a lot of things that one or two would be like fine. But when they're all happening together at the same time, it's a challenge. It's a real challenge. Anyway, cut to last night. We were told that in the meeting at work that basically Virgin know that everyone's having a hard time with everything that's going on. So they're doing this thing where they're basically giving beers to the crew. So Virgin are paying for the beer. You can go up and claim your one free beer. Oh, great, that's nice. So we finished work at 7, went up to the bar to get our beer, and I thought it was just a grab and go situation, because like everything they've done so far is a grab and go. You can't sit and chat and mingle because they're, you know, trying to stop the spread and stuff. But going to the bar and everyone's like sat, chilling, drinking their beer. And this was on deck 7, so this wasn't even in the crew areas because we don't have any passengers on at the moment. So the bars on deck 7 were open for the crew, and I was like, oh shit, this is great. So anyway, we went back down, got changed, and then went back up and just sat and mingled and socialised and played a game in the grounds club, and it was lovely. And I think we were up until like 1 a.m. playing this stupid game that was just so funny, just having a laugh. And the next day we all went to work, and oh my god, the atmosphere was completely different. Everyone was laughing and they were bubbly, and I was like, God, what a difference it makes when we can just like socialise and you don't have to go back to your cabin straight after work. You know, everyone was just in such a good mood. And then halfway through the day we were told, you know, we were already in a good mood, but then we were told that these masks can go and these masks are in, which are a lot more comfortable to wear. So I was like, oh God, that's fantastic. And then we got shore leave. So we're in Tilbury at the moment, and we got told that we've got shore leave. I was like, oh. So it's like, it's gone from absolutely nothing to absolutely everything. And that's the thing with ships that I always try and get across, is like, things change minute to minute. And this is a perfect example of, like, yesterday it was masks, no shore leave, can't linger in the mess, can't have a drink and sit down with your friends. And then now it's do it, yeah, go, do it, free. So because we had shore leave today, finished work, and this evening I called my friend who just happens to live about 10 minutes away, and I went out for dinner with my friend and her husband, and it was wonderful. I haven't actually seen her in like 2 years, so it was so amazing to have dinner, catch up, and I am like on top of the world now, like really on top of the world. So basically the point of this is it's normal to be up and down, because I think with this much change you have to adapt a lot, and with that comes different emotions, and it's completely okay and normal to be like have down days and have good days. I'm not gonna lie, I have had a couple of like bad days where in the morning it started out good because I'm like, right, it's a new day, today's gonna be better, you know, trying really hard to get myself in a good mood, and then by like lunchtime I'm like, this is shit, like what are we doing, what am I doing here? So, which I do believe that everyone goes through that in their job at some stage. And, you know, it's very rare that someone's like, no, I never ever question anything I do. I think we all, whatever we do in life, there's always a point where we're like, why did I choose this? Why? Anyway, so I've just been having a lot of those conversations with myself. And something that helped me is, while I was going through this bad or like negative stage, I was trying to, like I said, figure out why I wasn't enjoying it. I was like, it's not the shore leave, it's not the people, it's not this. And for me it was the socialising, not even the alcohol. I don't want you to be like, oh my god, she's an alcoholic, she needs alcohol to be happy. It's the ability to just sit and socialise, like having fun outside of work. Because if you're not having fun, it's like, well, why am I away from my family and friends if I'm not actually like enjoying myself? So what I would suggest is, if you were going on a ship, or even if you're on a ship and hopefully you are in a good place at the moment, write yourself a letter so that if you ever get in a bad place, I'm going to do this now because I'm in a much more happier place right now. Maybe tomorrow I'll be down again, who knows? But at the moment I'm great. So I'm going to write myself a letter and just say, like, to Lucy, I know you're feeling shit right now, but I just wanted to remind you that this is why you are here. Boom, 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 boom. Because for anything in life, I think it's really important to have a why. Like, why are you here? Why are you doing this job? And especially for working on cruise ships. You are away from your family and your friends back home. You're away from normality. Everything you know, there's a lot of rules, things are changing all the time. It's really important to know why you're doing it, like why you are here. And I know for a lot of people who I work with, their reason for working on cruise ships is to see lots of places. So for them it's like, it's hard because they're like, well, we haven't got any shore leave, so I'm not seeing any places. So it's important to know your why. Ideally you want more than one, so that if for any reason like shore leave isn't happening, there's another reason. I've just noticed that the people that knew why they were here were able to just deal with their sadness and frustrations a lot better than the people that didn't. So basically, know your reason for being on a ship. But that's basically the main point of the video, and just to be transparent with you guys, I don't want you to watch these videos and think, oh, you know, she's constantly like happy. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I normally am, like I am a happy person, and I do love working on cruise ships, and I love this company, and the people I'm, you know, it's great, but I'm human, like all of y'all, and I have low days and days where I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And especially if this is your first contract. And you know what, no, because even if this is your second contract, your third contract, this is my bloody what, 6th, 7th contract. So actually I don't think it matters what contract it is. I just think, you know what, we've been through a lot. There's a lot going on in the world at the moment, and it's a hard time. It is a hard time. I'm all right, I'm all good. I hope you're all good, and living your best life, whatever you're doing. But I just wanted you to know that it's not all bunches of roses. It fluctuates, you know. It's been a bit shit for a while. I think now it's going to be good for a while because we got shore leave and we got some stuff going on. It's a weird one. I mean, on Scarlet, I was pretty happy for, like, honestly, all of that contract. I was so happy. Like, it was just great. But then on one of my P&O ships, oh my God, like, probably every 3 weeks, I was like, what am I doing? So, but obviously I wasn't making YouTube videos then. This is a ramble. Sorry, wasn't organised because it's like 2:30 in the morning or whatever. Normal to have ups and downs. You will get through it. Know your reason for being on ships, because that will help you get through it, and it's obviously a lot easier to write that list while you're in a good place. It's so hard to think of the positive things when you're in a crappy place. So do your future self a favour and write a list. That sounds awful, doesn't it? Write your future sad self a favour and write a list. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I hope you've taken something from this. If you haven't, I'm very sorry. If you have, then give it a like and a comment. But I will see you in the next video. Hopefully I'll be a bit happier. And, well, no, I am. I'm happy. I'm good. But anyway, have a great night, guys. And thank you so much for watching, as always. And I will see you in the next video.